and you'll notice these standard wire connectors here. Just take those apart, throw it on your charger, one battery at a time, of course, and charge it up. You will need a LiPo charger. The ballast, it's Merriman WTC. It's well, actually, I think this one's 4 inches, I believe. A very large propel gas container charged on the top here, and gas saver flotation device in there. In your electronics section here, you've got your speed control, you've got your fail-safe, the servos operating all of the appendages, and I don't know if you'll be able to see that, your pitch control is on the other side, on the inside there. I've taken it all apart, rewired it, neatened it up a little bit, which I'm just funny about that. I like to keep all my wiring as neat as possible. The antenna, of course, runs from the back of the WTC, and I just slide it under these rubber bands here. The power wire, let me move over to the other side since it's red, you can see it a little better. The power wire will run from your battery compartment and runs through these grooves and holes along the sides and back to the other end of your WTC. It's got a very large motor in it. It is a slow-moving boat on the surface. On the surface, it has a huge turning radius because this is a very, very large boat. Under the water, of course, it handles much better. Your linkages here are done with these mag locks. Okay, so if I see there, they lock and they're adjustable, and there's a safety device on here, which is just a piece of 16-inch wire, so that should they ever come disconnected, which they never have, but if they would, they're not going to go very far. Okay, and to take this apart, you just simply lift this safety wire off, and then you can disconnect these and take out the WTC if you need to. I've got them labeled here as to which one's the planes, the rudder, and the bow. Now what I want to show you is, you'll notice this mag lock here for the bow planes. Okay, if we go to the top section here, and I'm trying to do this as careful as I can left-handed, up along the inside here, and you'll see the flotation foam and the bracing. The bow planes, and I know, I'm sorry, there's not a lot of light here. The bow planes run, the connecting arm runs all the way through, and then to another mag lock. So what happens is, I don't know how well I'm going to be able to show this to you. When you connect, when you put the sub back together, okay, and just give it a little tug, bring it back into place. When it's set in place, you take the bow planes here and just give it a little twist, and now they're locked into that mag lock underneath. So there's no real fuss, no real hassle. You just lay the top half down, give this little twist until you hear it snap, and the mag locks connect, and you're good to go for running. Take this back off. Oh, while I'm thinking of it, some good detail there. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see that on these countermeasure tubes. They are not just holes. He's installed some tubing in there to give it the good, true 3D effect. I'll show that to you here. You see the tubing there. You've got these little indexing tabs running along the boat that keep everything well in place. And the little debris you're seeing there is sand from when I ran it up at the naval base in Groton, Connecticut, at their pond. There's a lot of sand, and I haven't had a chance to clean that out yet. So any of that little white debris there you're seeing is just sand. There's your water inlets. A little bit of scraping on the bow. I can't take credit for this one. Well, not for all of it. Kevin Price was running it in Indianapolis and hit the bottom of the reflecting pond, and you got a little scrapage there, a little imperfection in the paint, but nothing major. I'm not even going to bother to try to touch it up because eventually it's only going to hit the bottom again and get scraped up, so be it. Put that down. I don't have a flashlight. I'd show you the linkages inside of there, but standard white metal one-piece linkages inside of there for the rudders and the stern planes. David did a really wonderful job on this, and I sent you that Cabal report. I think it's in 16 or so parts showing how he put it all together. It is a heavy boat. To ship it to you, what I'm going to do is build basically a partially wooden and cardboard crate, and probably have to ship it UPS freight to make sure that it gets to you safely. But you don't have to worry about that. I've shipped boats like this before, and I will make sure that it gets to you in one piece and undamaged. The sail is removable. There are screws on the underside that you can unscrew and take that sail off if you'd like, for transporting purposes. Trying to think what else about this boat that you would need to know. Well, you just please feel free to email me any questions that you have, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. I'll tell you, I'm sworn to secrecy by David on what I paid for this turnkey job, but I'm telling you, for the price that I'm selling it for, I'm taking a big loss on it. Like I said, right now I've got bills to pay, and I need the money. I hate to let it go. Even if I build one, I'll never be able to duplicate this paint job that he did. It's fantastic. It's a head turner wherever it goes. It looks gorgeous in the water. When I first saw it, I thought it was the ugliest thing I'd ever seen. And the more I like it, or the more I see it, the more I love it. The bow is just so unique. It looks like a big snake going through the water. It's pretty much weighted and trimmed out. From time to time I'll add, depending on the water density where I'm running, sometimes I have to add a little weight to this area of the stern, maybe another ounce or so. Excuse me. But pretty easy to trim out at the pond. If you'd like, I can probably include the stand for you. It's just a simple wooden stand that I've painted with some textured paint, and slap some Velcro down in here, the smooth side of Velcro to provide padding so it doesn't scrape up the paint job. Handles for carrying it. You can go to OTW's website to get the full dimensions on this. I can't remember offhand exactly how big it is. But that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, any comments, anything at all, please get a hold of me. I'd be happy to sell it to you. I think you would do this boat justice. I know you'd take care of her. I think that's it. Like I said, let me know if you need anything more at all, okay? Thanks, Glenn.